everyone. Welcome to our show. Let's talk, let's connect. So today we are again here with our one of the new guests, and our topic is today leading with emotion. So today we are having with us Madeline Taylor and Mr. Ahmed Bari as usual, and
Yay.
also there will be one guest appearance that we will share with you later. So today we are going to talk about the leading with emotion. So as we already know that we all are just passing through a challenging time. So we are facing different types of challenges during this situation. Like some are frustrated, some are like losing their jobs, or some are facing difficulties during their business. So how can we lead ourselves? It could be in our personal life, it could be in our professional life, and we can motivate ourselves to go forward whatever the situation. So again, please join with us and keep asking your question. We are here to make lots of fun today again, and definitely with some new learning. So get ready. So I'm not gonna give the full introduction as usual because it's a format of our program. So our guests will introduce by themselves. So first I will request Madeline, please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Madeline, and I'm sitting in my office in New Zealand, and I am a Dean of the Faculty of Personal Leadership for WASDA, which is lovely. I have to visit in Bangladesh now since 2014, I think 6 times. And I have co-authored a book called The Business of People, Leadership for a Changing World. And so many of the ideas we'll share tonight are in that book as well. So I'm very pleased to be here and spending with you this, today. Thank you.
Thank you, Madeline. Now I will request Ahmed, please say something.
Do I need to give my? Do I need to give my? Yeah.
No, not about yourself.
So I can talk about topic.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ishita, and thank you, Madeline, to join this beautiful session. I think this is another important topic we're going to talk about, and it's related with the emotional intelligence, and we're talking about the lead yourself with emotion or leading with emotion. The thing is like that right current situation, we all are in different challenges. We're not feeling good because we are locked down at home, and we are struggling with keep ourselves motivated to do something. So every morning we wake up and think nothing to do. Some of you or many of you are struggling with push yourself to do something. So today I think we have a very excellent speaker here, Madeline Taylor, and we are so grateful to that she volunteered herself for this time. And I'm very much I'll be very happy to have the more question from the audience. I hope the audience will soon join with us because this is very odd time. And even though if you don't, just listen one thing, that if you watch this the whole show, and we'll give very important tips, and gradually we when we almost finish, we wrap up with all the things that we have discussed, and I'm sure that this will help you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed. So gradually people are joining with us. I guess it will take a little bit time, but still people are joining here. So already I can see that Rabbi Bhai, he said, hello everyone. So Madeline, he is one of our future CEO graduates, and also other people are joining.
Very nice.
So Madeline, as we all know that the lockdown is going through like across the world. Some are overcoming still some are going through. So like during this challenging situation, what to do, or what will be your suggestion? Can you please share some with our audience? And I think Ahmed having internet issues, so hopefully he will join us again soon.
Sure. I thought we'd start by a focus exercise. So what I'd like you to do is grab a hold of an object, and I have a PowerShell here, which is a New Zealand seafood. And what I'd like you to do is each one of you is to take an object, and I want you to look at it and observe what you see. Have a look at the colours. Have a look at the shine. You might have picked up a pen or a pillow or something from your desk. It doesn't matter what it is, but pour all of your attention into this object. As you notice the colours and the shine and the light reflecting on various parts of the object, as you listen to my voice, I want you now to notice the feel of this object. What does it feel like to you? Is it sharp? Is it smooth? Has it got edges? Do you notice if it's hot? Now, as you are noticing and pay attention and focusing on this object, what we often notice is that we have no more room for other thoughts, and it can help us to be able to manage our emotions by focusing and taking some time out. So I'll pause there now, and as we go through the talk tonight, noticing your emotions get high, pick up your object, ignore the conversation, and focus and spend time thinking and absorb in the object. Very easy tool, but it helps us to be able to manage our emotions at any point of any time. So, as Ashita said, thank you very much. We have an unprecedented situation, and many of us are finding it very hard to manage the change. So there are many changes that have occurred, from being stuck inside your house all day, from not being able to do your normal job, not being able to see your loved ones, not being able to touch, not being able to go to your favorite restaurant. Many things that is everyday things that you cannot do. And so what this means is that with every change, you have a form of grief. And so you might have noticed that your tummy or your chest has become very, very tight, that your stomach is very upset. And this to me is a sign of grief and loss. And we don't often think about it in that way, but when we do, and we can recognize the grief that we have got, not just because we've seen thousands of people dying across the planet, it's because also of the loss of our future. And it might feel very selfish to think, I can't take the holiday I wanted to have. And so we feel, and that is another loss. So if we are able to pay attention to our feelings, we can manage the situation a lot more easily. I've spoken for a while now. I'll let someone else have
Thank you, Madeline. And before going to Ahmed, I just want
Yeah.
to share like lots of people are joining with us. So Rabi Bhai Toaha, Wahida Parveen, Irfan Haq, and Mamunur Reza, and also others joining. So hello everyone and welcome again. And they also said hello to all of you. So you can say hello to them as well, please.
Yeah, we have like 23 participants, right?
Hello.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to have you all.
And they're also saying that thanks like who are arranging this sort of live program so that by sitting at home they can enjoy all those things because
Yeah.
this can motivate them. So okay, now it's I'm gonna hand over to Ahmed.
Especially, I love to listen from Madeline, and I just want to improvise when there is any question. So please, audience, send us the question, because don't feel you can write in your own language, and then we can translate to Madeline. So don't worry about these things, that whether you are having, like, just share your feelings with them, share what are the challenge you are now facing this lockdown, because we have done 2 session, and already we got a lot of question. And if no question yet, I can share one question just to pop or poke the conversation. The thing is, like, many small business are now suffering, and especially the young entrepreneur who has started the business, but suddenly they have to stop. Or at the same time, many students are they could not attend or appear in the exam. They are both final exam. They are different both final exam, their university semester exam, they all are stopped, and they are worried about their futures. So Madeline, would you like to share something on this slide, on these issues?
So firstly, I would also like to say, if I speak too quickly, can you please type "usty usty" so that I'll be told to slow down?
Yeah.
So I'm going back to your question. What we have to be able to do is recognize that we are having a terrible time, that everybody across the planet is having a terrible time. And we cannot think well and make good plans for our future if we are always upset and stressed. So what we have to be able to do is find a way to calm our brain down. And one of the easiest ways to do that to slow down. Now, I invented a very little exercise which I have been encouraging people to do once a day, and I do this for myself every day. So the first thing is to find a quiet place, if you can, to lie down on the bed or on the floor on your stomach. And as you lie there, take a very big deep breath in. Let your whole body go flop. And notice the tension as you breathe out, letting go. And I think we need to do this maybe 4 or 5 or 6 times to stop the tension in your back, because we are carrying a lot of that we don't even realize we are carrying. Now, the first time I did this myself, I discovered that I had to have 6 big deep breaths in and out before my body stopped releasing the tension. So I think that if we can practice slowing our breathing down and letting go the things that we have no control over, and we do not carry that with us every day, that will enable us to be able to work properly. When we're under stress, we are flooded with hormones that make us want to fight or flee, run away, or we do nothing. And none of those things help to solve the problem that we were in. This is a time for us to be able to really access our good thinking, to come up with novel, new ideas of how to rearrange our business. So, for example, mine is a hairdresser and has her own business as a hairdresser. Now, of course, in New Zealand, nobody is allowed to go to the hairdresser.
Yes.
And she now has come up with a new idea about how to design hairdos. And so she works with people for special occasions to be able to do this. And she can do that online. And then when people get back to their special occasions, they're able to then take her design, the hairdresser do that. Now, nobody would have thought that that would be a possible business. It's an innovation. And unless we can manage our thinking, we will not be able to be creative and to be able to come up with new ideas that work in this COVID-19 world. And the sad is we're going to be here for a long time. People are very optimistic about finding a vaccine, but I understand that it's going to take at least another year maybe before we're freely able to move around without the fear of the disease. So therefore, we're going to continue to have to practice social distancing for a very, very long time. And that is very disturbing. Now, another idea is that because in our families, we might be very small in our bubbles and we can't have the touch that we might normally have.
Mm.
Is that something that you see is happening in Bangladesh too?
Kind of.
Because I see that people, quite often when so one of the things that I've been inviting you to do is if you're having a Zoom meeting, grab a pillow or a cushion, and if you want to say hello to your mum or to your brother or sister, and you both together grab a cushion or a rug and give it a hug. Just give it a big hug.
Or a pillow. Could be a pillow. Yeah. So
yes, absolutely a pillow.
And this is why we just keep our toys with us, because this is the thing we do. They're just kissing me.
Lovely. Absolutely. There you go. So that's two ideas. One is to be able to give yourself a hug and to hug someone when you're watching online communication. And the other is to do this letting go exercise every day so that you help to get your thinking back, which will enable you to be able to come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
Thank you. So before again going to Ahmed, I just want to acknowledge some of the people who already joined with us, like Rubaid Hassan, Musaddiq Minar, Shajib and Farhin, Sarah Disha, Abir. They are also with us. And again, hello everyone. And already I got a question. So should I go to the question first, or Ahmed, would you like to add something?
We're just planning to invite some of the audience to have the live question with us, right? So have you invited anyone so far?
I'm just planning.
So let's when we are discussing one question, and you can carry on. So
okay,
you can share the question.
Abir, he said that I love to play video games, and as I am at home now, so it's really difficult for me to focus on skills development for my career. Any suggestion for my kind of people? Like he usually fond of the video games, and by sitting at home now he can play the games. But what will be the suggestion for developing
Okay,
skills?
Madeline, you mind if I answer this question? Yeah. All right. So the idea is
Yes,
like,
please do.
thank you. So the idea, thank you for beautiful question. Abir, thank you for beautiful question. This is the time I believe love what you do. If you enjoying playing the video game, do it. There's no problem with that. But try to make a routine of your work so that you can at least gain like some way you can increase. Even if I'm not sure, like you said, just either you are just you are playing the video game for fun, or some of the video gamers actually they actually professionally they compete in the international circuit. So I know some of them, and they are making money by playing the video games. So this is what I'm saying, that how you can do it, how you can improvise your skill, how you can improvise your passion. If your passion is playing the video game, for me, I'm just sharing. My son is only 10 years old, and he's a YouTuber. So he plays a lot of video, and he record that video, and then he upload the video in his YouTube channel, and that's the way he already start building the audience, and he has a good like as well as follower. So this is, he's just only 10 years old. So this is what, like, you can think how, if you have the focus, like how it will help you. Because my son, at his age of 10, he understand that you, by posting the video in YouTube, he can make money. And sometimes he said, what will be your profession? I'll be a video, I'll be a gamer, or I'll be a YouTuber, and I'll make money. I said, that's fantastic. If you know your focus, if you know your goal, that's completely okay. And I don't see any wrong with that. So I'm telling you that how you can improve your video game skill. You can also focus, because you cannot just jump to the corporate skill. And by doing this, at the same time, you can think like, okay, how I can develop other skill that might help me in the later or in any time. So this is what you have to focus that, and you don't know which skill actually work for you. So this is a very good thing to learn as much as possible, but taking without any stress. Because if you are stressed out, you cannot focus to learn any skill. For me, I know printing, I know driving. So I'm sure that you cannot drive, but I see many people are taking their car outside, because in their alleys, in their just neighborhood, because there's very compact neighborhood, in the night time, they're taking their bike out and they're learning the bike. So I'm not giving you that suggestion. It is not a good suggestion, I believe, in this lockdown situation, and you'll be caught by the police or other thing. But see, people are actually try to learn. Some people are trying to learn some cooking. Some people are trying to do some other things. So if you talk about the skill, there's a range of skill. So focus which skill actually you want to develop for your future. I'm not sure about what you are doing now, whether a student or a professional. So whatever you are, think what can help you out. Is it okay? I think it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so you can like share or you can ask like any kind of career guidance,
Yeah.
what you want.
If you want to supplement anything, if you want to add something, you can carry on. Otherwise, we go to the next question, because we want to watch, answer as much as possible. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to add to that, because I also heard that he was worried about the amount of time he's spending gaming and video games. And so the best way to manage that is to create a structure for yourself every day. So the first day that we went into lockdown here in New Zealand, I wrote out on a sheet of paper what time I wanted to get up, what time I wanted to go to bed. I know that we need a good half hour of puffing exercise every day. So I decided to look at an online yoga exercise that's on YouTube. So I now follow that yoga process. So there are many exercise programs or running on the spot programs or all sorts of kinesthetic exercises that you can do in a very, very, very small space to be able to release some of that tension. And then think about structuring your day so that you spend time with the people in your bubble, you spend time preparing your food, you spend time taking care of the apartment, doing your cleaning, thinking about making sure that you are doing some projects and learning a new skill, as Ahmad has said. And so as you go through your day, you create this rhythm to the day where you are taking care of yourselves, you're learning something new, you're having some fun, you're doing some exercise, you're doing some relaxation, you're being able to allow yourself time to think. And also, once you begin to get into a regular rhythm, you will find the day disappears.
Yes.
So I encourage you to create a structure to your day.
Yeah. It's for everyone. I think you must have a routine of the day. For us, even though we are now not worried about our daily life or earning or anything, but it's still I actually personally I try to maintain my own routine so that I can do what I want to do and what I want to achieve, and every day I can see how this is progressing my development, my own development, as well as how I can contribute to others. Thank you.
So I have a poem I would like to read.
Yes.
Do one thing at a time. Do it slowly and deliberately. Do it completely. Do less. Put space between things. Develop rituals.
Yeah.
Designate time for certain things. Devote time to smile and serve others. Make cleaning and cooking become meditation. Think about what is necessary. Live simply. So I can share that with Zanatun, who can send it out to people if they like that.
Yeah, and also you can post in this video, Madeline, down the comment box when we finish the live telecast. You can put was the page and go this video and put your. All right. Next,
Yes.
not now. All right. So yeah, there's another question.
Thank you.
Before that, is anyone joining with us today now?
Not yet. I'm just telling you. Yeah.
Okay. So question, can you try to join and let me read the question. It's from Toha.
Yeah.
How do we control our emotion when we face crucial moment? Madeline, then she throw the question to me, but I'm passing to Madeline, and then it's a crucial moment.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to give you a little affirmation, which is acknowledging that you can feel all of your feelings. And it's important to know that no matter what's happening to you, you can feel all of your feelings, and that's okay. How you manage them is another story. When we get overwhelmed, we stop being able to think well. And one of the tools that I find helpful is to think about your legacy, to think about the people or the person that you want your children and grandchildren to be talking about how mum or dad was during lockdown. And one way we can do that is to write down 3 values that are important to us that become a guide for how we want to interact in the world. Now, we may not always get there, but we can when we fall off the road, we can remind ourselves of these values and we can start again. And punish ourselves because we made a mistake does not help. Every day we're now thinking, this is a new day, this is a new hour, this is a new minute, and I am going to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be. If we notice that we aren't being that best version, then it tells us that we're not having a need, and we need to be really honest with ourselves about what it is that we're sad or unhappy or upset about. And once we have identified, ask for the help you need. And that might be from a family friend, it might be from support agencies, it might be from Mr. Buddy. I don't know.
Thank you. I'm welcome to anyone. Yeah.
So there are always a way through, and as Zanatun said at the beginning, our hopes and dreams have been dashed, and that is horrible. And we don't know what the future will bring, but we do know that being upset and agitated and angry and cranky and mad never helped anybody. So being able to say, I am feeling overwhelmed, I'm upset, I'm feeling so sad, and allowing ourselves to have the time with that feeling by lying down on your tummy and letting that feeling out, by having a very good cry in the shower,
Yeah.
by playing some music and allowing yourself to weep, by writing stories, by journaling every day, by finding someone who would be prepared to listen to you, have a really good moan, maybe every second day, really allowing ourselves the time, and of course being able to pray if that is a helpful thing for you. So we need to be able to find a way of allowing our emotions to be acknowledged so that we can then be able to think again. Ahmed, over to you if you have another thought.
Yeah. No, thank you. And I totally agree with you, Madeline. This is what we can do. But if I make it very simple, the thing is, like, when we face crucial moment, it's very like we feel very tense in our heart, and we need to be this area, not in our heart. In this area is become tense. So this is what you need to, when you have become very tense crucial moment, you have to cool yourself down, because if you are excited, you cannot make a good judgment, so, or good decision or good outcome. It will not bring good outcome. So best thing is to cool down yourself, and to cool down yourself, that's we call the breathing practice that we all know about this, but we'll go more on that, how to breathe, and it will help you out. It will help you down, and at the same time you have to know, actually, I see a lot of people, like, they don't see the vision, they don't plan their life, that how they want to see themselves after 15 years, after 10 years, after 20 years. There is no plan. They just enjoy the present, and because many are talking about the present, and many just, of course this present is important, and that's why present is called, present is the gift, present, so it's a gift. But at the same time, you have to see yourself, like, how you want to see yourself after 10 years or 15 years, and from now on, take one action that can help you to achieve your dream after 10 years. Okay, so this is very important. I'm requesting you all to focus on those things. Is very important. And then the next question is, I'm just taking, is from Farheen, I think.
Yeah,
it's about the time
Amit,
management.
I'm just
Yes.
interrupting you. Sorry. Yeah, please carry on the questions, and there are like audience. I'm just getting
Sure,
them into the online. Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Carry on.
Okay. And can you mention, like, is there any new audience you want to mention the names, or it's okay? You can carry on.
Yeah, I wanted to mention them, but they're facing the technical difficulties, so I'm just helping them out. So
Okay.
I'm hoping that Azharul Alom Rabbi he will
Mm.
be with us very soon. Okay,
Okay.
because
Rabbi,
he
yes,
just made
welcome.
like he wants to share some question, not a question, something. So I thought why not he could appear the online and
Yes,
share talk
please.
with us.
Sure.
Yeah.
And thank you. Let's talk about the time management now. In this situation, the thing is, like, yeah, this your regular time, the regular situation is different. So but still you need to plan. I tell everyone, even though it's lockdown time, don't oversleep. Like, now it's Ramadan, so for the Ramadan we have to wake up in the middle of the, like, early in the morning to have our sehri, and then we have another, we prepare, and then we take the nap, another nap. So that might be, but still you push yourself that you must wake up by certain time. It should not be more than 9 or 9:30. Even because you have to, like, 4:30, you again go for the sleep. So go back, and again in the night time, because it's Ramadan, we just watch the Netflix and we try to push ourselves. Yeah, I'll keep myself wake up, and then I'll fall in sleep after having the seri, and get myself tired. This is not a good practice, but for time being, for this, like for Ramadan, is sometimes we have the struggle, but in regular time also we do the same mistake. So this is not, you should go to your bed by 10 a.m, but you'll miss our show. We have another show at 10 p.m, sorry, and watch our show and then fall in sleep, not before that. Okay, this is for the lockdown time. But okay, even if you go for the 11 or 11:30, and try to have a good sleep, and wake up early in the morning, and design your own plan. Is nothing. Design your own plan. How you want to split your time? How much time you want to share um, for your skill development, how much time you want to share for your career development, or academic purpose, how much you want to share with your friends, how much time you want to share in your social medias and TV news, etc., etc. So write down. It's not the first thing, unless you write down, because we talk about this thing every time, many times, about the time management. The biggest mistake of the time management, we never wants to write down. If you don't write down, it never works. So write it down, it will work. Farin, do write it down and it will work. Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
you plan this time. I think you plan how you want to see yourself productive. Okay, and write your time. Yeah, it will help you. Yes.
Okay, we are
Yeah.
happy. Yeah, we will hopefully we will get our audience very soon with us. He is just connecting. So before that, there is another question from Ibrahim. I'm at home due to lockdown for 1.5 month. At this critical situation, I can't concentrate on my study. I'm a job
Yeah.
seeker. I think frustration is catching me gradually for this corona pandemic. Please suggest me something to face this situation and continue my study. Thank you.
Good. Madeline.
So I'm going to suggest, thank you again. These are wonderful questions that people are asking, and I've just caught up with how to read the live comments, so I haven't been aware. But the first thing to do is to be able to say to yourself, yes, this sucks. There is no doubt this is horrible. And none of us want it, and we cannot change it. So the tool that helps us look at the circle of control and the things that are set outside that. And so I can share that with Zanatuna afterwards. But the idea is that we recognize what it is that we can control. Don't try and control the thing we can't. We cannot do anything a virus at this stage. we can though control what we spend our time on, what we eat, how we interact with other people. We can control how much we sleep, how much time we spend on the screen, how much time we play, how much time we try and find to new skills. Think about in terms of your job seeking, think about what are the skills that you are able to offer employers right now, and opportunities that you might be able to put before people. So use your good brain to be able to challenge yourself to think up something new, something that this world needs for the future. And think about the skills of all of us are going to be needing, how to be able to use online tools, how to be able to develop interactions remotely. Those are going to be the skills that employers are going to be looking for. They're also going to be looking for people who can cope, who can find ways to manage themselves this pandemic. So practicing while you are looking is really helpful. Being able to show your future employer that you attended a webinar like this. If you do some learning every day and you are able to record that onto your CV so that people know you are proactive and that you are going out to be able to find solutions for yourself. And whilst that's hard, finding yourself someone who can be a family member, but it might also be a good friend. Think about how you can have someone who you can buddy with, who can help you keep each other on track.
Yes.
Now, welcome. Nice to have our guest.
Yeah, we are already having Mr. Azharul Alam with us. So welcome here.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome. Hello, everyone.
Okay. I will request.
He wants to show something.
Yeah, but before that, I will request Mr. Azhar to introduce himself. Say something about you.
So, hello, Madelina. So, this is Azhar. Basically, Bari Bhai and Ishita, they know me very well. So, I'm Azhar. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a marketing agency that name's Orbit 360. So, yeah, I'm into branding and promotional industry. So, basically, what I wanted to share is, what I have seen for last couple of days for this global pandemic. Everyone is getting frustrated, and which is very normal. Like, say, for example, if you consider about the students, many of them were about to appear in the HSC exam, and now they can't. Many students who were about to graduate, now it's getting delayed, right? So it's very normal that they will get frustrated. Now think about the job holders. Many of them already probably lose their job. Many are still fearing to lose their job. So many things are happening right now. So we all are in a condition or situation, things are not going well in any direction, right? So it's very natural we will get frustrated. Think about the entrepreneurs, like their business is getting destroyed, they're facing challenges to pay their operating expenses. Think about those who just started a new startup and now everything is falling apart. So it is very obvious in current situation we all will get frustrated. Then I started realizing, is it really something how we should feel at this current situation? Then what came into my mind? They say the best gift of life is life itself. So this is the time we should not think about all those factors that we are losing now. If we get survive after this global pandemic, I think that is the biggest victory we can ever ask for right at this moment. So forget about everything. Forget about who are not being able to graduate, not getting jobs, losing jobs. Forget about everything. Just stay calm and make sure we all stay alive. If we stay alive, I think we can achieve everything that we are losing right now.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
So
you finish?
Yeah. I'm finished.
Excellent. Okay. Can I just add one thing? Ishita, if
Yes,
you
yes,
just,
please.
yeah,
Yeah,
solo.
thank you.
Yeah, give me solo. So that
Yeah.
I want to share one real scenario of my life. I am lucky that I achieved my financial freedom at the age of 36. That is very much lucky. But it's not easy. I work very hard. Even though one day I supposed to take my son to the hospital and I need only 2000 local currency.
Okay.
And in my pocket, I have only 800. And it was booked, the appointment booked previously, but somehow it's suddenly somehow I have no money for that particular weekend. It's just only Friday, Saturday in between. The Saturday was the appointment to see appointment for my son to take him to the doctor for the vaccination. And I feel really awful that that particular moment. It is really challenging for me that I cannot. But I know I have money, but I don't have money in my hand.
Right.
And I know that next Sunday or Monday I'll get the money. So this is one example. I know that how much is challenges, but I know, and from that particular point, I always kept a backup for me that I'm not a card guy because because I have so many cards, so sometimes I forget the passwords, and I'm a lazy guy with the card, and I'm very much lazy. Still a cash person. Anyway, second thing, in London when I was doing my MBA, I faced the same challenge that I have no money, and I was just crying myself, and I was just holding myself. I know this day will over, and I'm gonna get a very good job. So these are the challenge I mentioned in my timeline also. Like in this challenge moment, if you can survive, and this is the best thing for your life.
Exactly.
If you get frustrated and if you take wrong step, that would be the worst thing for you. But if you can survive happily, even this, and you come up with a lot of ideas and lot of innovation, lot of new thing will appear. So you have to think and join this kind of session, join this kind of talk, so that you know you are not alone, because a lot of us are here for you. So this is what to share. This is why this talk show, we name it Less Talk, Less Connect. So I do believe you please do share this video. After watching this video, please do share this video in your timeline, so that other people can get benefit from this session, so that they will see that people everywhere facing the same issue, and they are actually connected. They are not separate. They all are connected. So this is very important for us. And thank you so much, Rabbi. Thank you so much. Nice to see you again. Hopefully we'll work together again. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Thank you. So this is the time to talk about Madeline. Yeah. Yeah, Madeline, you want to add, please.
Well, I also want to, because I think that what you're talking about there, Azarul, am I saying your name correctly?
Yeah. You're
Is
correct.
the ability to be able to go, let's now be optimistic.
Yes.
And we need to be able to focus our idea on the future, what is possible, because if we stay looking at the past or being stuck in our sadness, we can't move forward. And being able to think about how to come up with ideas that we can then work with into the future. So being able to spend some time being creative about what those opportunities might be, as well as being able to get the support that we need for being able to do our daily tasks, and to be able to feed our families at this time, which might mean that we have to borrow off people we don't want to borrow from. And it might be that for some time in the future, our situation is very, very hard, but that won't always be the case. I'd like to share briefly when I had my first child, my husband was made. We went from a 2-income family to a no-income family. And I had put away some money for having fun with my friends, but when my husband lost his job, we needed all of that money to be able to pay our mortgage on our house. So I thought, what can I do? How can I survive? And I was a knitter, so I got my knitting needles out and started knitting, and I was able to sell those woolen hats for babies. I couldn't, and I was able to sell them to a community, a wealthy community across the other side of town. So think about the skills that you have that at the moment you're not even using, but may be really helpful for your survival in this time. Because you will have talents, you will have capacity that you aren't recognizing, and being able to be upset and to be able to think leads us into being optimistic about how we can manage the situation. And as our colleague has said, as long as we survive this, we will find a way through into the future.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn. So we are almost like nearly end of the session. So before your turn, can we say like bye to Rabbi Bhai, or definitely we will bring him again?
Yes.
Right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, Rabbi.
Rabbi Bhai, for joining.
Bye-bye.
It's
Thank
all
you.
my pleasure. Thank you all.
Thank you.
It's very lovely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Ahmed, before going to
Ahmed, you
can
have
we
been
just-
showing my book there, which
Yes.
is
yeah, that's like the something attractive for this session, but so the attractive thing will come at the end. Before that, I just want to acknowledge some people. I would like to say thanks to Farhin, Irfan. Irfan, he is like regularly watching our session and
Yeah.
giving his feedback. Thank you, Irfan. Then thank you, Saud. Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim, and thank you, Toha. Sorry, Toha. She was supposed to come online, but having some like the technical difficulties, and also she has another ring. Hopefully, next day we will get her. So, okay, now, Mr. Ahmed.
Ishita, can I just add? We are Nepal. Subhas is watching from Nepal. Rumon, I know him very well. He is watching from Russia, if I'm not wrong. He's now in
Yes, he's
Russia.
from Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining with us, and Subhas, thank you for joining us from Nepal. So, and also Sami from Afghanistan, he was with us.
Okay.
Sami, yeah. So thank you very much. Our all
Fantastic.
international, yeah. So, and hopefully more people are coming from different countries. Thank you so much. So now, this is the beautiful book. I received this gift in this end of February or first week of the March, given by Madeline Taylor. This is an awesome, fantastic book. You must jealous of me. You all must jealous of me, because this book is, I think, is well written for the trainers who wants to, or anyone who wants to actually lead themselves. And this is a beautiful. Oops. Yeah. Oh, I'm just going away from the. Okay. Anyway. So anyway, this is the thing. Okay. So Madeline, talk about your book, please. It's the business of people. The business of people.
Yes, so I co-authored this book with a colleague of mine
Fisher,
here in New Zealand, who is a project management specialist. And we were thinking about leadership for this world that is very different. And of course, we wrote it before COVID pandemic. We got lucky. Business of people, leadership for the changing world. And what we have done is we've looked at the first section, which helps you to think about how can you be the best leader you can be. with all the things that might be happening and changes and difficulties and unknowns and chaos, what can help you be the best person you could be? The second chapter helps you to think about how do you build a relationship with one other person, all the tools and the skills that you need to think about. The third section looks at how can you help teams and groups of people work well together, looking at the theory of how we operate as human beings. And the last section looks at both culture and change within organizations. So we've gone from 1 to 2 to a group to this large way of thinking about it, but always thinking about what does that mean for me in being able to lead and be the best that I can be at this time. So I invite you, I know that you can get it through as an ebook, and you can also rent it, I think, as an ebook, because I know that it's quite expensive. Anyway, I don't like for people to have to pay too much money. But so please feel free to ask your organizations to buy it for you. You can't afford it yourself. But thank you very much for allowing me some time to share that book, because I really find the tools in it wonderful. I use them every day in my coaching and my training workshops, and
Yes.
they work.
They
and
work,
I absolutely know they work. Yeah.
Yes, I know that. Yeah. So should we wrap up?
Yes, please. We are almost like near to wrap up. So can we just give them a summarize of the total session or the takeaway from this session?
Okay. So first, from my side, then I'll allow Madeline to talk about those things there. Again, do one thing that part you do again. But for my side, again, to lead yourself with the emotion first, to practice breathing. That will control your challenge emotion. That will help you to control your challenge emotion. Follow your lifestyle. Try to maintain still the pandemic situation. Try to maintain a good standard, healthy lifestyle, because this is very important, and this is very, very, very important for your future. Make a time management sheet by yourself, because you know when you want to wake up and you know when you want to go sleep, and so you plan a time management sheet, things to do sheet that will help you to increase your productivity. You'll see that it will work again. And then try to find out your passion. This is very important thing we're talking about every day. And you cannot find your passion. It takes time, but ask yourself. And yesterday in our last session, you go to the last session, we talk about how to work on your passion. You can find in this what was the Facebook page, what to do to find your passion. So work on your passion, and it will help you. It will lead you to go to the next one. And finally, Madeline, can you just repeat slowly again those things? Do one thing.
Yes. So the most important thing is to know that you have the capacity to be able to manage yourself as you go through this. Focus on what is important for you. Remember your values. Ensure that you take time to breathe and let go of the things you cannot control. Acknowledge the feelings they have, and work hard to be the best that you can be. Create a structure for yourself so that you feel the support of knowing that at 10 o'clock I'm going to do this, and at 11 o'clock I'm going to do that. But most importantly, remember that love yourself just the way you are. Honor yourself for being the best that you can possibly be. Continue to take care of yourself so that you can take care of your future. I've really enjoyed spending this hour with you all, and take good care. It's a really tricky time, and I'm looking forward to being in Bangladesh again in the soonest possible time. And we're going to hug all our babies before we say goodnight. Is that right? Or because
Yeah.
it's now 9 o'clock. Yeah. So take time to give yourself a lovely big hug.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
And thank you, Zanatarian, for having us. And thank you, Ahmed, for inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, okay. So we are gonna wrap up today from here, and hopefully we will come back again with the night
Tonight.
shows. Yeah, so keep watching and keep on your eyes on our Facebook page, Workplace Skills Development Academy New Zealand. So you will get all the update when and with what topic we are coming back again. So once again, thank you, Ahmed and Madeline, and definitely last but not the least, our lovely audience who are regularly watching us. That's what the reason we will come back again at night. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you.
So
Bye
let's
bye.
talk. Let's connect.
Bye.
Bye.